Do you feel stuck when you want to speak English? At first, you are trying to think in your own native language, and then after you try to translate in English. And by this like translation process, but like and back and forth, like the time is already gone, right? Sometimes like you won't be able to find the proper word or exact vocabulary in order to explain that thought what exactly you are thinking in your native language, right? ये क्या आप भी ऐसा गलती करते हो कि सबसे पहले आप अपने नेटिव लैंग्वेज पे उस चीज़ को सोच रहे हो एंड देन आफ्टर लाइक अपनी मन ही मन में आप उसको इंग्लिश में ट्रांसलेट करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो और कभी कभी आप एग्जैक्ट वर्ड और एग्जैक्ट वोकेबुलरी आप फाइंड नहीं कर पा रहे हो कि आप कैसे उस चीज़ को एक्सप्लेन करें इंग्लिश में, आपको सही वर्ड नहीं मिल रहा है. If you are doing these kind of mistakes, then today's video is for you. In today's video, I will show you how to stop translating in our heads or how we can think directly in English. And by the end of this video, you will start feeling comfortable and easy to like think in English directly. So don't skip this video. Watch till this video. And let's at first we have to understand the problem, like where we are making mistakes. What's the problem basically? At first we need to understand the problem. And in order to understand the problem, let me give you an example. Suppose you wanna say मैं बाजार जा रहा हूँ, right? So in order to explain this thing in English, what usually we are doing so far, we at first we are thinking in our native language and then we are trying to translate in English. So in our mind sometimes we say like I'm going to market, and like sometimes like our mind is not working properly, so we won't be able to find a proper word for explaining these things, right? So we got stuck there. We are trying to find the proper word, and sometimes like it happens like, and after all the things, at the end we like finally we are able to speak like I'm going to the market. So see, this back and forth process is like it takes time. Sometimes, yeah, I already told you, like you forget the words and your mind is trying to recall the words. So it takes time. It doesn't look natural, and like it will make you feel nervous. And once you start getting nervous, you started losing your confidence. And once you start losing your confidence, then everything gonna be messed up, right? And sometimes it happens that you even stop speaking. What we have got from these examples, like the problem is that we are not thinking in English directly. What we are doing, we are thinking in our native language, then after we are trying to translate it in English. That's the problem. So now we have to learn, or we are going to talk about how we can fix this problem. Then let's talk about the first step, the tip number 1. And the first step is very simple, right? You should start like translating simple words first, those daily things like what you are seeing in front of your eyes. You can translate those objects in English, or you can name those objects in English, right? So I'm giving you one example. Let's say like when you see water, don't say pani, say water, right? When you see book, don't say kitab. Pick that thing up and say book, right? So try to do it very often, every day. Whenever you're seeing something in front of your eyes, don't use don't use your native language to call them. Every time whenever you see pani, say water. Try to avoid like saying pani. Whenever you see pani, say water. Whenever you are reading books or like picking up books, then don't say kitab, say books. So like more you connect your daily objects in English, then automatically your brain will started gaining these habits to naming those objects in English directly. So right, so more you do this practice with the different objects, more your brain will get used to name those different objects. Somehow you are training your brain to think in English. So this is the first step that you can start with. The more you like think about those different objects, more your brain will start thinking in English, right? And so that's the reason when I'm saying, like, since morning when you got up early from the bed, and like till the time when you're going to get your bed again for sleep. So throughout this entire day, you might have seen a lot of different objects in front of you. So try to name them in English, like book, chair, table, cup, pen, pencil, toothbrush, like hair, and a TV, fridge, AC, washing machines, like whatever you see, guys, just try to name them in English and start with these simple steps. Start naming them in English. So like if you are doing it frequently, if you can, like if you maintain your consistency on this practice, then automatically your brain will started gaining these habits to think in English directly, or naming those objects directly in English. So you can try this first step. And let's talk about tip number 2. And the tip number 2 is, like, you have to think about your daily actions. Use English to explain your daily actions. That's right. So you might thinking, what is our daily actions and how we use English to explain our daily actions. Let me give you an examples. Like since morning, like when you got up early on the morning, the first thing what you are doing, that is you are brushing your teeth. So you can start saying, I brush my teeth, I wash my clothes, I eat breakfast, I'm making tea, I'm opening the door. Be it any actions that you are performing, so try to explain in English, right? Try to think about that actions directly in English. Don't use your native language to think about those particular actions. So try to think about your daily actions. Like, I got up early in the morning, then I took my breakfast. First of all, then I brushed my teeth, and then I took my breakfast. Then I went to gym. I did hard workouts, and then coming back to home. That's right. Like, this is every actions, whatever you are doing. Try to explain those things directly in English. Don't take help from your native language, right? At first, it maybe looks funny, but it really does work. I'm telling you. Even if it sounds funny, like for the beginning, right? But more you're gonna do these things, you will become used to. And after a couple of days later, it will not be so funny for you. The moment you start realizing that you are gaining that habit to think in English directly, it will motivate you more and more. And it really does work. I'm not lying. You can try it by your own, and you will let me know that whether it's working for you or not. It's really working, guys. You can try these methods, right? And if you explain these things in English, your daily actions, then you will be developing your mind, and you will train your brain to think about your daily actions in English directly without translation, and that is very effective. And yes, this was the second tip for you. Tip number 3 is, many people do not worry about grammar. This is the tip number 3 that I was trying to explain you in the beginning. I have seen many people, they are not try to think in English just because of their worry about grammar. They think like we need very high grammar knowledge in order to start thinking in English, which is not exactly the scenarios. Is little different than what you think. The thing is, like, I'm giving you one example. Let's take an example. Like, let's suppose you're saying that I go to market, and in this sentence, it's not correct 100% in terms of grammar. Correct grammar is, I am going to the market, or I am going to the shop. This is the perfect grammar. But even if you are not correct 100% in grammar with the first sentence, but still, see what people will be able to understand your message, what exactly you are trying to explain. So, right? So when you are beginner, don't think too much about the grammar. Think about the communications, right? Speak more and more. Use this language more and more. More you practice, more your grammar will become perfect automatically. By the time, gradually, it will be perfect automatically, right? So do remember, at first, when you are beginner, don't focus on the perfections. Focus on your communication. Speak more and more, as much as possible. As I already told you, more you speak, more things becomes perfect or correct automatically. All the grammar mistakes will be perfect automatically, gradually. And the tip number 4 is, you need to surround yourself with this English language, right? This is very important, guys, because like surrounding, or else you can say environment, plays a very important role for learning any language. As in our countries, we barely have those environments. Like कोई भी नहीं है अपने पास, ऐसा कोई environment ही नहीं है जहाँ पे हम किसी के साथ English बोल पाए easily, English सुने easily. So we don't have that environment. But we have to create our virtual environment, or like we need to surround ourselves with this language, right? And like how we can do that thing, for example, change your phone language to English. Don't use Hindi on your phones. Like change your laptop or your computer language in English. Try to read English books sometimes, and also listen to English. Every day you need to listen something in English. Read some books, listen to some podcasts, slow English podcasts. There are a lot of videos on YouTube, a lot of audio podcasts you can find, which is very helpful in order to listen, like listening. So those podcasts is amazing. You can watch cartoons, English cartoons, or English story, or English movie with the subtitles at the beginnings, right? You can do this kind of practice every day for a couple of moments, just to train your brain, or just to feed some English to your brain. The more more your brain will listen to this language, it will automatically started getting, you can say, memorizing those English words, phrases, and sentences, and also it will start getting that habit to think in English naturally. And the tip number fifth is you need to create, you can say, sessions, like think in English sessions, like. And the best thing, like when you are going to get sleep at night, before you are going to get sleep, when you're just lying down on your bed, you feel relaxed, and just take a deep breath and give yourself 5 to 6 minutes maximum, and think about your whole day's journey, what you have done so far since morning to evening, or since morning to till the time you are like went off to sleep. Throughout the entire day, what you have done, think about all the like actions, and explain it to yourself, explain it to in your mind in English. Just talk about all those things in English in your mind. You don't need to speak so loudly. You can talk to yourself, or you can whisper in your mind about those actions and about those activities what you have done throughout the day, or else you can pick a particular topic and you can start thinking about those topic, like just for 4 to 5 minutes. It's a practice, and by doing this practice you will be like training your brain deeply to grab that habit to think in English directly, right? And these things really does work. Give yourself 5 minutes before you're going to sleep, and then think those 5 minutes in English about a particular topic, about your daily routine. Like, I wake up early. I wake up 7 o'clock in the morning. Then I then I brush my teeth, and then I took my breakfast. Then I went to market to buy some vegetables. Then I came back to my home. Then I took my bath. Then I went for my work. So like these ways you can explain your daily actions or daily life in English before you're going to sleep. Or else you can bring some extra topics, like think about technology, think about any foods or any recipes. Just think about those, like things in English in your mind for 5 to 6 minutes, right? And 5 to 6 minutes is pretty much enough to train to train your brain to think in English before you're going to get sleep. And like this is how you can train your mind, train your brain to think in English directly. And all these small steps, it really creates a big impact. And thinking silently in English, to be very honest, it's a very huge and powerful practice to get that habit to think in English. Do remember one thing, like at first when you will try to do all this practice, definitely your mind will try to translate in native language. That's natural. It happens. Like, it's not that so easy to get that habit within a day or like within a week. It will take time, but yes, the moment you started realizing, okay, so why you are thinking in your native language, then please switch back to English and try to force yourself to think in English again and again whenever you are like practicing, right, for this language. Force yourself to think in English. Don't stop yourself for practicing. Practice more and more. Every day you need to practice. Maintain your consistency, right? Keep practicing these small steps, and like automatically you will be noticing those small words or those sentences. It start coming to your mind naturally when you need to explain yourself, and when you need those words, those sentence, you're gonna start feeling those things comes in your mind naturally without translating. Like, think in English is just like a building muscles, right? More you practice, it will become strong more. Guys, I want to know from you, do you still translate in your head, or else like you already started thinking in English directly? Please do let me know in the comment box. If this video is helped you, then don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel, Easy English with Rafi, and don't forget to like this video, and don't forget to share this YouTube channel or this YouTube video with your friend, family, and relatives who needs this kind of information. And very soon I'll be meeting you in the next video. Till the time, be happy, stay healthy, and keep learning this language. Jai Hind.